Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can still hear you.
absolutely.
I was wondering if we needed to reschedule or anything, like what the
I think
plan
I fixed
was.
it.
Huh, okay. Let me go on Twitch and see if I can see the. Oh, wait. Are we already streaming?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I mean, if what I just did fixed it, we should be.
So we are live, I guess. Well, it's kind of laggy, but. Peter, could you follow the link and see if it looks laggy to you?
Try to find out where's the link at again? You said is it here?
I sent it in the group chat we have with Rubik and Gypsy.
Okay, I'll open it up right now. So let's just try to find out that exactly what I'm trying to figure out is where and whom's it is. There you go. A bitter pill. Okay, yeah.
Because on my end it looks kind of laggy. I mean, the audio's not bad, but the videos. I sent it.
Looks good to me on my end.
Okay, it might just be my phone then.
Remember, you have had problems with the internet the last few days. In Neos, you were
Oh, in
lagging
Neos.
last night. Oh, you were lagging so bad after down from Australia.
Oh, most Twitch streams I watch aren't that bad though. But whatever. If it looks like it's running smoothly on your end, we could go ahead and get started, I guess.
Um.
Whatever that looks like.
So there are a few more things that I can mess around with to try and make it better if it looks real bad.
It's because it's going to get from internet.
Peter, wave at the camera.
So that's a problem.
I mean, it's obviously gonna be a little bit behind real time, but
That's the idea behind this is it's broadcasting.
the main thing is if the frames themselves look smooth.
About 8 seconds.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of a delay, but I have it set to do a delay, and
Yeah, delay's fine. Delay's fine.
I'm
Yeah,
looking at
actually,
it.
it's looking pretty smooth now on my phone. It probably just took my phone a little bit to figure things out. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty smooth on my end.
Okay. Yeah. So, I'll send one more message to Rubik.
So I'm probably not running with the best settings for this computer. I'm just kind of throwing together these settings to get it to work, but um, it looks pretty good from where I'm at.
Yeah, I sent
It
Rubik one
sounds
last
okay too.
message.
Smells like popcorn in here.
Oh, is it the oil that spilled?
No, I just got a lot on my on my area right here. Yeah, that's so ice spray right there. My mother's been labeling 200 vials last night.
Wow.
We're
Are those the ones we're going to give away at CES?
I don't know what we're gonna do about those actually. Chances are those will probably be a single set of smells. We'll have this mass labeled. I have an idea for that.
Because we probably want, what was it we calculated? Like, if we're going for about like 8 hours a day, and we probably run through.
We only need like 2 packs for us for the entire weekend. This thing lasts forever. I mean, I have yet to have a problem.
Oh, no, I mean the quantity of bottles we give out. So
for giveaways.
we're doing like 8 times.
Yeah, send me a list of how much you
We're
need
gonna
to
have
smell.
like
I'll make up bottles for that because
20 people an hour. Does that sound right? No, 40 people an hour. Times like 5 days.
that gives you away a bunch of bottles for anybody who comes and tries it out.
Yeah, it's for the people who actually tried it.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we'd probably want to have about 1,200 or probably 1,300 plus bottles maybe.
Filling faster. Okay, Peter. Here's what I can do for you guys. Actually, I got an idea. I just got a vacuum sealer working. Vacuum bag and arm thing, right? The whole kit caboodle. So if I don't have to label them, I just have to get a bunch and then bag them and then vacuum seal them so they'll become giveaways they can take with them. That's easy to do.
Right.
Because I
Yeah,
can fill.
if it's easier to do that and then just give them a business card at the same time, we can do that.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
original
I can.
was we try to label it with like hapticsol.com on it, but if that's too much, we can just,
Well,
or we can have a sheet of stickers that just says
stickers.
Hapticsol and slap it on at the booth as we give it to the person.
Exactly. But the point being is that I don't even mind putting A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then putting it on the back of the business card. Sent A as pine sol, sent B as this. Putting each one's on trying to label each one like that is going to take us way too much time. But I can
Oh
bang
yeah,
out.
yeah, that makes sense.
I can do a lookup table of those cards for ours. That way I can afford a bag. And remember that needle? We can fill that needle of mine. I could fill everything I have out of one bottle in about an hour. Done. So I could do tons of our smells.
Right. We just got to pick which scents we want as giveaway for CES.
Honestly, let's just what I have. I got tons of the oils.
Yeah. We just need to pick which one.
You only want to do one per person.
Yeah, each person gets one bottle.
Oh, I thought you were doing an 8-pack per person. Well, then in that case,
that'd be a lot.
I was gonna say, I was like, hey, Pilfer.
No, they just get. We'd probably have a few scents, and they pick one scent. And yeah.
We'll have to have a Ziploc baggie full of all each one, tons of each scent. What we'll do is this: we'll just ask the person, hey, which one did you like? Which smell did you like the most from your experience?
Yeah.
Take them with you.
So it'll be ones from the boardwalk.
I mean, I got the bottles here for it. I mean, I got the source bottles from the Mechanica store. And that, I kind of don't want to keep them around. I don't have to. I want them either in vial form or I want it in off my shelf form.
Yeah. So we'll have about 1,200 divided by 8 of each scent, and people get to pick their favorite. And later on in the convention, we just run out of certain scents, but that's okay.
That's okay. And also, here's the thing too: the same scents we're putting all this labor into. Any spares we go back into our inventory pool. That goes to the kits anyways. We're not duplicating labor for one unique event. We're just bringing along our stock with us, basically.
Pretty much.
Now, how are we going to ship this stuff down to Vegas?
I'm fine. Oh, you're flying now. Oh,
that's been on the table. I may be flying, maybe driving. That's unlikely.
oh, okay. Well, let me know. Yeah.
I'm flying.
So
That's a given.
Oh, you're flying. Okay.
Yeah,
hey,
assume that.
And you
Okay,
can still bring the back thing. Oh yeah, sorry, we're stealing your stream.
sorry.
Uh,
Well, we're ready to start. We're here for you.
are you ready to launch this stream?
so the stream is going, and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, hear
perfectly
it.
fine with y'all having this discussion on the stream. It doesn't bother me at all. I was just gonna say that when I'm coming down, if I haven't decided if we're driving or flying yet because we've kind of flip flop back and forth. But if we're flying, I'm flying Southwest, and that gives me 2 checked bags per person, so I could essentially take 2 cases or whatever.
Oh, it
But
is
we're only
quantity.
gonna
It's the
check
materials.
two.
I'm not worried about quantity. I can afford extra baggage. I'm carrying not much all volume wise or weight wise. It's that these is all liquid contents. They're all smelly chemicals, and that and the TSA just don't jive. Even for checked.
Well,
I mean, we got to plan around that a bit. Be smart about it. It's
I've
also
uh,
shipping.
I've recently had to interact
I
with
mean,
the
that is
TSA
true. We could ship
pretty in
to
depth
CES.
because of some medical conditions, and so like I have a contact I can reach out to and ask the question, but I don't think it would be a problem if it's a checked bag and everything is packed properly.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
Liquids though.
uh, they're gonna look like this. And then we're gonna also have a pack of like little sharpened wicks, which hopefully they don't. That would be another thing.
Oh, they're
they're
all
like
checked.
about
That
this
isn't the
long,
problem.
and they're sharpened little wood things. So there's gonna be lots of little sharpened wood things.
The issue isn't even the contents. It's not illegal to bring whatever carry along. It's that people who are not educated are deciding these things, who don't understand C4 from 4C batteries. I'll put it that way. We'll leave it at that. So I don't want any room for error. So the most idiotic person who's making a decision can still rule in our favor. That's the issue.
Yeah.
So no matter what boring person pops up my bags, they're not going to delay my Pelican case for 2 days while they figure out. Well, hey boss, this thing smells like pine sol. Is it a safe to put online? I don't want to deal with that, and it'll ruin our event. So if anything, I will pay out the butt to have arrive it anyways. I'll just overnight the whole stuff myself, Peter. I'm just gonna take things that we know are critical, that are sketchy, and I'll just ship that to the hotel. We get it done.
Well, and I think they can have things received by CES for us.
If we have a hotel, you can ship it straight to the hotel and they'll hold on to it.
Yeah, shipping to hotel, and there's also like I think we can have freight for the event as well if we really wanted to have them hold on to things for us. I think we just have to do that in time. So whatever decision we want to make.
There's like tons of Pelican cases, and
Say
also
again?
I have tons of Pelican cases,
Right.
and also a lot of vacuum bags. So I can vacuum pack all this. The one thing is though, if they want to insert the contents of these vials, how are they going to do that?
Well, I mean, since hopefully they'd realize it's a twist lid, but I don't know. Some people do destructive opening.
But more importantly, what if they want to test all our vials? What if only a pine sol contains liquefied crack? These people will find any excuse to go through like this, trying to find contraband. Which I understand that's their job, but we've got 1,200 opportunities for them to open it up and waste our time searching for a needle in a haystack, which we're not going to find because it just smells. But
Well,
you get
that's
my
where shipping it as freight or
yeah,
whatever might make sense.
exactly. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. So that's my game plan. Is that T minus week before we go out, I'm just gonna basically how these things. Well, as soon as we can get them out there safely, we're gonna get them out there.
Well, and
Or
may
at
be
least
driving too. If I'm driving, I can
well,
drive them.
I can always ship to you. You can always
Yep.
hand carry them. Yep. And also keep
So
in mind, Peter, I just bought two small Pelican cases, shoebox size ones. That'll handle tons of our files. I'll just ship those as are to you, and you can carry the yellow safety cases full of the oils.
Cool.
Just hand carry electronic stuff that they can either say, "Oh, this is not blow up when it turns on." We're good. I'm electronics guy. I can talk tech to them and make them understand that kind of stuff. But I don't know what I'm going to tell them so they can understand. Yes, you've got 1,200 sample jars of really smelly stuff. For your own safety, don't open it up. It's going to smell like ass for the next 6 hours. Well, that sounds like a threat to someone. They're not going to like that. So how do you explain to someone who's got no imagination at all what smell vision is?
I mean, it's gonna smell like root beer, cotton candy, and I mean,
Or rubber.
before it's these won't be punctured though, so it shouldn't really smell like anything.
No, but if you want to pop one open and they want to go, well, how does this work? Smells like benzene. This when it's really up that close to your nose is quite potent. I don't care. I don't expect it. The burnt rubber one, for instance, the burnt rubber one, smells like burnt electronics or a fire. I'm not gonna like that.
I mean, I think they use a sniffer machine as opposed to their own nose.
They do. And do we know this thing is not going to just jam that machine because it's not calibrated properly? I mean, these are volatile organic compounds. Apparently, they will burn.
So are we just ship it?
Yeah, best to either A, ship it, or B, drive it.
Ship it or drive it.
Yeah.
If this wasn't CES, I wouldn't care, honestly. This is our one shot. I don't want $4,000 to go down the drain because Peter didn't pop out $200 me. Didn't pop out $200 for shipping. That'd be kind of embarrassing, wouldn't it? So I'm like, no risk taken. Actually, I'm worried about the new COVID variant that I am about TSA though. That new one looks like a doozy, and the timing on it is not good.
Oh, the one in South Africa?
The NU variant, yes. I'm going to still go. I've got my third shot, which I'm now over with, thankfully. That was a doozy the last 3 days, but still, it's
Yeah, I need to schedule it. The last 2 ones I got were kind of coordinated with my work, so I'm not sure if they're going to send out something like, hey, here's a way to coordinate to get your third shot. But yeah, it'd probably be a good idea for me to get it as well before going to CES. So if I don't hear anything from them soon, I might just have to schedule my own third shot.
Actually, now the CDC is now it's a green light for anybody over age 18.
Yeah.
They should go ahead and do it.
Yeah. It's just easiest if my work is like, hey, here's this site, you schedule your appointment and go. But if they don't do that, then I'll just have to research my own scheduling. Yep.
Welcome to Twitch, folks. We're discussing business on a gaming channel. I mean, basically, that's what it is. At the end of the day, if anything you work on is a game. I mean, heck, I work on Halo. It's all business. It really is. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just business, whether we like it or not. Could you imagine, Peter, if we had business folks take care of all the business stuff for us, logistics, we just focus on the hardware and software?
Occasionally involved when it comes to working on documents. Like I just sent out a document to a company that wants to meet us at CES, and so he looked over that with me. And whenever we do taxes or running the CNC machine at the makerspace, so we do have one big business guy, and I guess the CNC part isn't really businessy related, but we do have one businessy guy. The other 2 businessy guys, well, they're not as involved. One's basically gone from the company. The other one has a very small ownership percentage and kind of just helped us with the initial setup.
It's weird though. We need our token MBA graduate here. Yeah.
So what you're saying is I need to go back and get my MBA.
I know a guy who could help you, but currently he's not teaching anymore.
Right. Well, I mean, I think UT Arlington does MBAs, and there's a potential I could get it paid
for. Need that for this kind of stuff, but that's a master's degree, and that's overkill. But having an undergrad at our disposal right now wouldn't be a bad idea. I'll put it that way.
Right.
Oh wait, that's me. I was the undergrad. Grad school? What's that?
It's what I did and finished right before COVID hit.
You got lucky, man.
Yeah, but in
I
computer engineering, not in business.
I haven't stepped foot in a college for classes now in a decade. Let that sink in for a minute here.
That'd be 2011, so the year after I started my undergrad.
Basically.
Fun stuff.
8 years, 9 times. I had fun. I mean, I did my 8 years a hard time in college. That was fun. So yeah, Cilia, about this whole meso product, which is taking off and doing weird things, and now on TikTok,
Smells.
smells everywhere.
Yeah.
Did you say it's on TikTok?
Yeah,
Oh
what is
yeah.
someone put it on TikTok for some reason? I'm like, yeah.
Check out Jingus VR's TikTok. They just cobbled a bunch of like little clips, including from Jasmine VR's YouTube video. They took like a little shot of fellow cello using it, and they just took some like other little clips and from scrolling around on our website and put it into this short little video that got like 100,000, well, probably 120,000 views
Over
and
100K.
like
Wow.
10,000 likes and probably like 500 comments at least. So they generated quite a bit of engagement. I don't know if much of that translated into actual traffic to our site. They didn't really mention our website address. I mean, there was a slight bump, like maybe 20 more people visited our site as a result, which
Does
didn't really translate into sales, but I mean, it's still more awareness, especially amongst the younger demographic, probably.
do y'all
Oh my
have
god.
a TikTok account?
No, I'm
I
we're too old.
I
I'm too
have
old for that.
one. I have one. I did put out one video. I could probably put out more videos. I probably want to do it together with like maybe Mitch,
Does
because he's
does
the one who's been like do TikTok, do TikTok, do TikTok. So maybe I could get together with him and make a few TikToks.
if y'all need
Yeah,
help with that, I have like 7K followers on TikTok.
right.
Okay.
Generate
Yeah,
some cringy
we should
comedy
just go
videos.
to the makerspace and knock out a few TikToks and just make sure there's enough
Or
stuff
honestly,
there to drive traffic
TikTok's
directly to the
all about
site.
comedy, I think, more than anything else. What
Yes.
are some comedic things that could happen with Cilia in VR? I think honestly, like someone like roasting a turkey the wrong way for Thanksgiving, and now the whole world smells burnt turkey. And in real life, you got me on this thing on like this, going, "Oh, that smells like someone criticizing nice." Just I think having a parallel video, your avatar. I liked how they showed the avatar on one half of the video, and then a person the other half, and then they
Yeah.
match it. That looks really good, and honestly, the product there, and it's true. Your reactions in real life are going to be quite um, animated if you smell things that are bad. Trust me, I've been there by accident. Yeah.
Um, One key thing that they also say is you need to have your link to your website in your bio and stuff like that, which I've now added our website to my bio. I probably need to do a bit more.
So
Um,
does Hapticsol have a TikTok? Or are you just talking about your personal?
yeah, it'd be my personal, so having a company one would probably be a good idea. And then putting all the stuff in the bio so people who click on the profile can easily get to the website. And then if possible mentioning or having like the little haptic soul in the bottom of all the videos or something. um,
Yeah,
it's just an interesting thing because it's part of it's like finding the time to do that, right? Because we're also prepping for CES. um, yeah,
if you
so like,
want, we can when this is over, I can help you get going on that.
oh, like post CES,
No, no, no.
or
When this is over, when the live stream's over,
right.
I can help get going on that. And then I have, by the sounds of it, outdated models at this point, but I have models, so I could like 3D print it and get some shots of
Oh,
like maybe a
Peter
time
can
lapse of
send you
3D
the
printing and stuff.
new, well, you're going to be printing it. By tomorrow you should be able to print the new model, hopefully.
try like literally in an hour or so. I just want to do a few more checks of fit testing using my calipers. I mean, tools in Fusion, and I'll put it this way: the changes I made, I'm very confident in. I don't think they're going to require a print off to actually confirm. We moved those plugs down and out of the way pretty heavily, so we're good there.
Yeah, that's one of the. We do have a lot of people who want to cover the Cilia, like send them a dev kit type of thing. I mean, and that's part of why we're doing CES is to address that, because a lot of the same people will want to send them one is like, well, if they come to CES, then they'll get to, actually try it and then review it. I mean, if we generate some more sales, then I think we can justify sending out some units. We just need to make sure we sell enough of the boards, and then maybe get a second round of boards ordered.
Well, also after CES, we could also, in theory, if we're bold enough and under the right amount of credit deposit, we could also have the ones we're personally taking to CES that aren't the old board design that do work. We can have functional ones we can then just lend out after CES. They travel,
or even just give without having to pay any shipping costs, because they'll be there with us and we'll be like, here, take this kit. Here, take this kit.
I mean, if they order it, if they aren't there, they order it online. We like to say,
this would
do you mind how lightly used it is? Here you go.
This would be freebies to some of the influencers.
Or that too, if we can do that too. But I mean,
the funny thing is, we'll run into some influencers who haven't even been aware of us yet at CES, who will probably be like, "Can you give me a free one?" Well, right now we have 25. We have 30 boards. Some of those are going to be kept in house for development, and the rest, would be going out to people who order and to influencers. But it's like, how do we divide 30 when we have like a dozen people wanting one for free, and we need to have enough that we sell, that we recoup the cost and have more money to buy more boards and fans and boards for getting the second version of the desktop unit, and so on and so forth. It's an interesting
why I have
math problem.
I have fruits here I gotta ship out pretty soon, but other than that, I'm not gonna keep myself that personally works until we're done with this whole thing, Peter. Probably for months from now. I'll probably just use a server when I'm working on for that night, try it out ideas of burn-in. Well, I'm probably not doing, Peter, honestly, for burn-in testing, just out of happenstance. I'll just strap it on, slap in my testing spice rack, not theirs, so it's all clean and whatnot. I'll pop it into my holster and run it in for a day in the afternoon for casual use. And then that way we can take just test it. And then I'll bag it and ship it out. So that's what I'm thinking. So I'm not going to be able to even own my own Cilia. I'll just borrow which one's going out the door the next day. And or also, if I do keep myself, I'll be keeping with the old ones anyway, so it'll be irrelevant. I don't need the fancy machine board. I mean, I'll still probably tap into the fans on here and make my own add-on board permanently. If I can. I'll just make mine at 16 out of the box. Right. But and also fan-wise, we need to order more fans, don't we now?
Well, yeah, that's why I'm trying to figure out at what point between now and CES because what we would want to do is go on Alibaba, go direct to manufacturer, and buy 500 or 1,000 fans. But we need to have enough orders to justify that versus just ordering off of AliExpress. So
where's Amazon at $5 a fan, which is expensive, and the consumers too.
Right. So, yeah.
I mean, Peter, one of the things
ideally we do the big order, but we need a few more pre-orders to justify just buying 1,000 fans off of Alibaba. But that'd be the ideal case, because then the cost per fan is closer to what we want it to be.
Right, from the get-go, you and I have always agreed that we're going to try and minimize the cost as best as we can, so that people who can afford this can get into it. And we were trying so hard to hit $200. It couldn't be done. We looked into all the options and the extra tariffs that we added on to us, and also the cost of fans.
I don't even think we put the USB-C cable in what we were calculating the other day.
I just was going to find some and eat the bill on that
one.
So
we pretty much settled in. That's how we settled in on the 250. Is just it's the cost of all the components.
I'll put it this way: we're not making bank on this yet. Eventually, hopefully, we will. But
Yeah.
right now, it's definitely a love.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the excess basically gets reinvested in. We got to order more parts. We got to maintain and upgrade our machines, and uh, getting parts for future R&D as well. Like I said, we got to get the newer version of the Cilia set up, and also the haptic gloves that we've been working on.
So actually, my goal for this week, as soon as I get my plastic in, I'm just gonna once you approve this part of the whole mold, I'm gonna make a bunch of these things. By the way, I have been working on the whole resin cast
Silicone,
thing.
right?
That's not gonna work out for us. And the reason why is
Okay,
it's too complex for right now.
gotcha.
It tends to sag in places and it gets warpy.
Right.
So it's just not gonna work for right now.
Yeah.
But so that's why I'm gonna go gangbusters on that.
That's why we have 3D printers, so we can just keep 3D printing for now.
Exactly.
And eventually, we might, get a belt printer that can just
honestly,
pop the part. Yeah. Then we
Man,
can
I
just
want one of those so bad.
leave it. Yeah. I mean, and the price on the CR30 is really good. Like, I thought it was. When I saw the Kickstarter for the CR30, I didn't realize it wasn't in US dollars, and I was like, that's pricey. But then later on, I realized, oh, that's not US dollars. And when I did the conversion, it's like, actually, that's not much. I don't think it was much more than a CR10 even. It was like I should have just backed it and gotten that.
A little less than $1,000, right? A little under $1,000.
I'm not even. It's probably closer to like 500 or less, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's quite reasonably priced. So it's like,
My ears are perked. I'm listening.
Yeah, like that's where I'd almost want to get one at some point. Either that or potentially a Prusa XL or maybe both. Because the Prusa XL is like, let me see right here. Like this is, if you could do this on the Prusa XL, that would be ideal. Because if you can do this with 0.8 millimeter and then turn around and print this with the dissolvable sport material, and then after it prints, the person who printed it can just take it off, toss it in a bucket of water, and come back later, instead of, because once you print with 0.8, the support's harder to take out. So then we basically have somebody there sitting there for 30 minutes yanking out that support material, and that's a lot of time. Versus if they can just toss it in a bucket, come back later, and pull it out, that's much better. But then this is perfect for a CR30. These parts are small, and then they can just pop off assembly line style. Right now, we're just running smaller printers and less belty 3D printers. So there's a lot more manual work going into it.
Get one. Well, here's the thing: if we actually start selling those first 30 in the first, let's say in the first before CES, we got like 15 orders before CES. I'll get one. I mean, because
which one? Oh,
the CR30. I'll just
okay.
I'll to the wall of my shop and put a bucket down below there.
The cool thing is Mitch did pre-order an XL. So if we could get any time on his printer, we'd have to see if we can convince him. We could print some big Cilias on the XL with dissolvable and see how it goes.
Funny about this product, for everybody's watching, it's kind of fascinating, is when I did the mechanical design for this, I was thinking to myself, how can I build this even if my printer is wonky? So there's a lot of slop in here. That's by design. That's like even if your printer isn't perfectly square, the parts that have to mate will always still mate properly.
And there's magnets in there to help actually line things up. Though I think on your one as well as mine, I still need to put in the little metal pieces in here. Probably washers with some glue, epoxy, and then that'll stick onto the magnets that I do have on there.
Some metal discs.
If we can find metal discs of the exact right size, that'd be perfect, because then it doesn't have the hole in the middle like a washer does. We just need to find somebody who has blanks of that diameter.
Oh, we get a hole punch and some tin, some sheet metal. like an off-the-shelf hole puncher.
Oh, is tin magnetic?
Well, no, but I call it tin. It's actually a galvanized metal, galvanized steel. But galvanized steel is still steel, still ferrous.
Right. As
You know,
long,
like
yeah.
air conditioning ducts. That's like an 18 gauge. I can stamp that out.
Okay. Yeah.
You buy those little metal, all metal little hole punch. You know, your little single hole punch.
So I
What
may
thickness
actually
can that
have one of
punch
those
through?
at my accessibility.
But what happened?
I think my dad has one. So
Those things are
Gotcha,
fatal.
gotcha.
Create our own chads. The And eventually, I want to get this bracket replaced and have it be a single sheet of polycarbonate that we heat bend, and then we put holes through.
Actually, Mitch was saying we could send off to Send Cut Send and have it like sheet metal or something and have them just do a ton of them and that we just include a little bit extra for the bend. And then we could just have a bend break just, you know.
Could sheet metal? Actually, I personally want to use polycarbonate. The reason why is that
Okay.
it's easiest for do. Thing is that we can also make it. I can also weld a metal fixture, right? Or I can weld too. That has like this. You put a clamp on it, right? And then you get it hot, and then you just hold it down. So it'd be a jig, if you will,
Right.
that let it fold and heat thing and cool. And I can just use a heat gun. It is I can
The
do a bunch at once, drill a bunch at once from the side.
Right. And the nice thing is Send Cut Send can still do the polycarb
Oh, they
for us
can.
in large volume, so
Excellent. Yeah.
yeah. And then we just have to have a machine that bends it. And I'd rather have them do it. They're going to have probably less scorch marks or whatever
Oh, sure.
lasering it than us doing it.
I was going to use black polycarbonate. It looks really
Mm.
good.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
black. It looks like shiny black ABS, but it's really polycarb.
Fun times.
Oh.
all right.
Yeah,
So
I feel like you ever heard of Kirby, right? Like the vacuum salespeople.
uh,
I've been at Neos now since the thing launched. Kind of preaching this thing out to people. I feel like I feel like I'm going from world to world, being a door-to-door salesperson. Really, I do. It's actually there's some distinct irony in that right now. I go. I'm selling vacuum cleaners in VR. I'm selling fans attached to an airwick in VR. Cool.
I mean,
That's why they come.
essentially that's
That's
the
what it is.
principle. It's I mean, the original concept is you have like a car, and I don't know if I have one around here, but you essentially have a car air freshener and your AC vent in your car, and that's what we're doing here, but it's computer controlled. And it's like multiple individually controlled AC vents.
It really, it's like there's so much irony in all this. I go, yeah, I'm a traveling salesperson. I work from home. Or else do door-to-door sales. How? I do it in VR. Wait, what? Yeah, I go from world to world, showing off videos and LTT and how the thing's built and showing how the solution is on sale.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, that's a job. I'm selling things in VR. The pimp of
Oh,
poopery.
and we just had the that one just a little bit ago, so yep,
I know.
it worked.
so let's see. I had some questions typed up that came to me from some